Hi, how's everybody doing today? So good to see you. Today from Light the Flame, we've got Mechtild of Magdeburg. Okay, so this is she was a 13th century saint in the Catholic Church, and she was a nun, I think. Okay, all right. So, oh Lord, love me intensely, love me long. The more often you love me, the purer I shall be. The more passionately you love me, the more beautiful I will become. The longer and deeper you love me, the holier shall I be here on earth. That's so beautiful. God's love has marvelous effects on us when we open ourselves to that love. When we open ourselves to that love, it makes us beautiful and holy and wonderful beings who we are truly meant to be. Yeah. But we have to be open to that love. And I think above all things that means humility and honesty. Okay. All right, so we're on paper 189. As usual, we're reading from the Urantia book. Paper 189, the resurrection. I'm just going to read the intro to you today. Soon after the burial of Jesus on Friday afternoon, the chief of the archangels of Nebadon, then present on Urantia, summoned his council of the resurrection of sleeping will creatures and entered upon the consideration of a possible technique for the restoration of Jesus. Okay, so this is going on in heaven. Chief of the archangels is coming on down. Chief of the archangels of Nebadon. It's president. He's there on Urantia, and because he knows Jesus said he'd be raised from the dead. So he's thinking about, we got to raise Jesus from the dead. How exactly are we going to go about this? Okay. So he summoned his council of the resurrection of sleeping will creatures and entered on a possible technique. Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't just like bang. It's just like they're all thinking, yeah, we're going to resurrect him. Yeah. What do you suggest? How should we go about this? Well, all right. These assembled sons of the local universe, the creatures of Michael, did this on their own responsibility. So nobody told them to do this. They were just thinking, well, yeah, he said he's going to, be resurrected. He already said that, so we got to do it. Are we, figuring on, but nobody told them directly, right? Gabriel had not assembled them. Right. So Gabriel is that. God, I'm so bad at this. Gabriel, I think, is one of the chief guys. Is the chief guy. So the chief of the archangels is a subsidiary of Gabriel in some way. Okay, Gabriel didn't tell him to show up and do this. He just did it, and he brought his people down here to work on this. By midnight, they had arrived at the conclusion that the creature could do nothing to facilitate the resurrection of the Creator. The creature. So they're all, in Nebadon, in Nebadon, they can't do anything to resurrect their creator, which was Jesus. Interesting problem. They were disposed to accept the advice of Gabriel, who instructed them that, since Michael had laid down his life of his own free will, he also had power to take it up again in accordance with his own determination. So they're saying that they can't really do anything to make him resurrected, but he did say that he would take up his life again. So they're waiting for him to do it himself. That's what they're thinking. Okay. Shortly after the adjournment of this council of the archangels, the life carriers and their various associates in the work of creature rehabilitation and Urantia creation, the personalized adjuster of Jesus, being in personal command of the assembled celestial hosts then on Urantia, spoke these words to the anxious waiting watchers. This is a personalized adjuster, Jesus' thought adjuster talking. Not one of you can do aught to assist your Creator Father in the return to life. You can't do anything. As a mortal of the realm, he has experienced mortal death. As the sovereign of a universe, he still lives. Yeah, we read before that he was even when he was in the tomb, he was actually doing stuff. He was actually, doing some, policy briefings or whatever. Yeah, send this memo over to this angel over here, like some administrative duties or whatever. Okay. That which you observe is the mortal transit of Jesus of Nazareth from life in the flesh to life in the Urantia. The spirit transit of this Jesus was completed at the time I separated myself from his personality and became your temporary director. Okay, so the thought adjuster is saying here that this spirit transit is already completed because when he left that, so Jesus has somehow already been inhabiting the Urantia level, even though his physical body was still in the flesh. Okay, so this was already completed the time I separated myself from his personality and became your temporary director. So he's already perfected. But I want to mention too, remember this contradicts our own experience of our thought adjuster because he was the creator of a universe. I think he's kind of an exceptional case. So he was born with a thought adjuster, but because his existence was he's the creator of the universe, he didn't have a thought adjuster when he was a conscious being all before this. So this thought adjuster is only for the purpose of this mortal life. Now us, we're different because we have thought adjusters bestowed upon us, and our destiny is to merge our personalities with our thought adjusters so we may become perfected beings. Jesus was already a perfect divine being before he incarnated in the flesh. So he existed all this time before he had this thought adjuster bestowed upon him. Okay. So then that's why the thought adjuster was able to be released, because he's different from us in that way. We have the destiny to eternally fuse our personalities with our thought adjusters. And his was to release that thought adjuster because he was already, as he was created, he was already created perfectly. We are not perfect as we are created. That's why we need to be able to fuse with this thought adjuster in order to become perfect. Okay. Your Creator Father was elected to pass through the whole of the experience of his mortal creatures. From birth on the material worlds, on through natural death and the resurrection of the Urantia into the status of true spirit existence. A certain phase of this experience you are about to observe, but you may not participate in it. Those things which you ordinarily do for the creature, you may not do for the Creator. You're off limits here. A Creator Son has within himself the power to bestow himself in the likeness of any of his created sons. He has within himself the power to lay down his observable life and to take it up again. And he has the power because of the direct command of the Paradise Father. And I know whereof I speak. So they're all being addressed by Jesus' thought adjuster. When they heard the personalized adjuster so speak, they all assumed the attitude of anxious expectancy, from Gabriel down to the most humble cherubim. They saw the mortal body of Jesus in the tomb. They detected evidences of the universe activity of their beloved sovereign, and did not understand, and not understanding such phenomena, they waited patiently for development. So everybody's going like, oh, what's he going to do? He's going to take his own life up again. Okay, so we want to see that happen. And they're all like, wow, this is so cool. All right, so we have quite an audience here. And I believe we continue to have quite a celestial audience here on Urantia. So they're all watching us attentively to see how we're doing, and they want to help us, but they want us to succeed on our own. Yeah, they want us to succeed. All right, okay, this is wonderful. I'm now that we've suffered through the crucifixion, the horrors of the crucifixion, I'm anxious to witness the resurrection with you. Thank you very much for being with me today. Bye.